Oh, I'm muted. Nah. Good morning, people. I say good morning because it's almost the morning again. I've had a rough one. I realized because I just haven't been eating properly, and it's so easy to just not eat properly when you're like just trying to just vibe, you know. And you're like, oh, I wanna exist. And they're like, I hear what you're saying, but you can't just exist without actually eating healthy. And you're like, but I just wanna exist. They're like, but you should actually eat balanced meals. I'm like, the food I'm eating individually are healthy and by themselves. And I'm like, but they're healthy. Like, this is healthy and that's healthy. And they're like, yeah, but is it balanced? Anyway, someone remind me that I actually need to eat meat. Well, if you're like, but if vegans can do it healthy, I don't digest as many foods as vegans can. If I could be vegan, and believe me, I've tried, and simply for saving money purposes, holy shit, I'd save so much money. But apparently, because I can't digest the vast majority of plant matter, I can't. Because I don't actually get whole proteins if I just eat vegan foods, which is like honest to fuck. Good foods. I actually like it, so long as it isn't pretending to be meat because I can't stand that shit. It ain't meat. It don't taste like meat. Oh, we are king. I'm so sorry I'm late then. I'm so sorry. No. No. Lock all these layers in place. And then we start turning them into the correct flavor of layer. Let's need to be at 75%. Fly. 5%. And the multiply. 73%. Which seems arbitrary, but it is. The original was, but now it's not. It's standard. Overlay. And again, 83%. And overlay. Well, I mean, for people who like enjoy meat, crave meat, and can afford meat, because that's like my only issue with it. All my vibes. Also, I'm super jealous. Oh, sort of. I sort of do. That's actually Pokemon Fusion I did for the game. That is actually Clink combined with a magnetite or magneton. Magneton. I think. Can't remember which one it was. It is combined with one of the Magna line, which is why it has an eyeball. Well, apparently there was some food that arrived. I did not order it. Apparently it was way too much food. Okay, that is tiny. Let's take a look at it and zoom in. So we want to grab colors here. And well, get the actual color. And I can just color it in. I just realized I didn't actually put the gold color on. Whoops. I will fill in these two layers and then we'll put the gold on. It is easier than you think. I have... Now, okay, here's the thing. And you'll probably hear it a lot if you're ever, like, starting to learn how to use... If you're starting to learn to use, like, Photoshop or something like that, people will be like, don't use the dodge tool, don't use the multiply tool, don't use these tools, don't rely on them, that'll always look bad, and, you know, people who rely on them, it's a massive crutch, blah, blah, blah. Lots of hate towards them, and I understand why. I am, like, literally the person they were talking about. They're like, it looks really, really bad, don't do that. I'm like, I like doing it because it's easy. It takes a lot more work to learn how to do it right than it does to just, you know, also just grab colors. But in this particular case, I wanted a particular cohesion of color. And this is how I managed it. Oh, shite. Why isn't this working? I'm on the wrong tool. That's why it's not working. Skylander's character? I can't remember her name. Interesting. I've never been compared to Skylanders before. I never watched Skylanders, so I wouldn't be able to help you with a name, but I'm interested. Hey, Joseph? Oh, no. I am now the person who says, don't do this lightly, and if you are gonna do it, I will give you helpful hints on how to, at the very least, not make your entire picture look like complete trash. One of them is, I don't recommend using the dodge tool unless you're really trying to make something look particular. I don't want to say bad, but like there's a certain feel to the dodge tool. You can kind of like create that feeling where you've sort of like bottomed out the colors, and you can kind of do that for like certain styles, but yeah, I definitely don't necessarily recommend it, especially to newer artists for getting into the digital scene, because it will look rough and you won't be able to tell how to fix it, and people will accuse you of using your dodge tool too much, and it can be really uncomfortable for a new artist who's just trying to, like, you know, express themselves, and they've gone and used a tool that people can literally instantly tell that's exactly what you did, and call you out for it and say that it looks bad because of it. Like, you kind of want to, if you kind of want to shy away from that particular conflict, valid. I understand that. It really sucks to have someone call you out like that and be like, oh my god, I can't believe you did that. And you're like, well, okay, I hear you, but I thought it looked cool. And if it does look cool to you, valid. valid. You can do what you're doing. But if you're like, I used it, and you're right, there are parts of this I don't like. Big tip, try not to use the dodge tool unless you're trying to make it look really fucking, like, non-realistic. And that's valid. If you are trying to make it look, like, at least have some sort of natural sense of color, less is more when it comes to multiply. By far, less is more. Like, screamingly less is more. This is the color I'm using as my multiply layer. It's also a little unexpected, right? You'd be like, well, wouldn't you want to use a orangey color? Because, like, brown is kind of like a really dark orange. No, you want to use a color that's sort of complementary when you're doing multiply for shadows. And you also want your multiply layer to basically be the palest pastel that ever pasteled in all of pastel world. Seriously. You want it to just be the vaguest hint of color. And even then, like, these layers are specifically, they're set to multiply, but they're also set to 75% because 100% is still almost too much. That's how that works. Less is more on a lot of layers. And then overlay is another flavor of nonsense that you can get into. I didn't get into it right away, but there is something about it making things cohesive. It's really, really nice. And overlay, generally you want to not an intensely saturated color, but like a medium level of saturation of that color, and in a lighter tone, generally speaking, if you want it to just show up as sort of a nice tint, the way I've got it going on here. Oh, like Bakugo and Deck. Oh, okay. Where are we at? What are we at? What anime do I like? I like a lot of anime. If I've seen One Piece, who's my favorite character? On the Straw Hats, probably Sanji. But this is like post Whole Cake Island, okay? Post Whole Cake Island, Sanji. Well, kind of always had a stupid, kind of always had a bit of a, like, an inclination towards, like, guys who are a little stupid, but I also like Zoro, but also I think Zoro's impossibly stupid to the point where I kind of don't like him that much. I like his visual gag, I like his fighting style, I think he looks really cool, I love his character design, but on a lot of levels, he's a bit of a dunce. Also, a man who can cook. Thank you. Yes, please. But are you talking about, like, characters, like, of all time? I mean, there's a bunch that I like. I'm trying to think of, like, ones that are, like, let's make it super obscure. Then you won't get in trouble. I mean, I like Trafalgar Law. I actually started to like Vivi. I kind of found her a little to start, but she's grown on me. I also, like, it's not that I like her as a person. I would not want to know Big Mom. But I kind of love how incredibly menacing she is, how smart she is. Like, for a character who could easily just be played off as being sort of like this stupid, dopey, whiny child of a character, she's actually quite smart. And even though she, like, spends time singing songs and being terrifying just because she eats people, the fact that she sometimes just sort of snaps back and goes, yeah, nah, I was part of the Rocks Pirates for a fucking reason. And I'm like, okay, I'm terrified more now. More now. Not sure how that happened, but more. So much more. Oh no. I am not having any luck today, am I? No, I've got nowhere to put this. I'm picking up my food. Dojo! I'm sorry, I'm terrible. I need pee. I don't know enough Japanese to be able to read what you said. But I'm gonna pretend that it was really nice and say, yay, thank you! Oh, are we talking about MHA characters? I like Old Man. I like Old Man All Might. Old Man All Might is my absolute most favorite character. I love him. He's like coughing up blood. He's so skinny and decrepit. He's so cute. He's got the little raccoon mask. So cute. One of my favorite moments with Old Man All Might is like All Might arrives in like big muscle mode. And he goes, Korewa Keith. He spits blood everywhere. And like Deku's like, oh god! Oh god! One of the best areas you'd choose to live is in One Piece. Would you live in one of the seas that surround the Grand Line, or would you live in the Grand Line? If you would live in the Grand Line, which I can't imagine why you'd want to, but if you would live in the Grand Line, do you want to live in the Grand Line before or after the Red Line? Now, as a note, I am not part of the creepy, fucked up fandom of people who, like, ship the adult characters with the kid characters. I'm not into that. I think that's fucking gross. If you're into that, keep it to yourself, because I don't want to hear about it. I'm an adult. I like the adult characters from MHA, okay? And they should not be touching the children from MHA, because they're kids. Do I want to hear a joke? Yes, you can tell me a joke. Of course you can tell me a joke. Okay, I won't call you that. That would be very terrible. Just like consider you're like accusing me of gross shit. That's gross shit, man. That's gross. Do I have? Yes, Domi! I don't know how many times I can be like, yes, you can tell me a joke, and then you're like, I'm sorry, and immediately leave. I'm like, well, alright. You have a good day, Domi. You can always tell me your sans jokes. You absolutely can. I don't mind it at all. If I have a pet, what is it? I have a cat. Well, sort of. My cousin has a cat. And what is it going to be? If I had a pet, what would be my dream pet? I would like a domestic short-hair cat. A mutt cat. Like, you know, like just a regular ass, sort of normal cat from a shelter cat. I would like one of those. Yes. I'd be like, why don't you get one? I'm broke, and my cousin's cat kind of has needs that I can't meet. So it's kind of hard to be like, I would like a new cat, and not be like, what about this cat? I'm like, well, it's one, it's not mine, and two, I take care of it because it needs okay. So like, cats and dogs, true for both, can have had a bad owner previously who treated them badly, and as such, they will have a bias against people who look a certain way. Like, they may have a problem with men, or they may have a problem with, in my case, women who are heavyset. You know, because I don't lie about the fact that I am a chonk. I am a chonk in real life. I am. So when someone goes off about, you know, like, well, you know, you should get another cat if you want another cat. It's like, well, I can't take care of this cat because it doesn't like me. And I don't mean that in a, you know, I hate all cats, and cats, they don't like me. No, this cat doesn't like me, and it has a fucking valid reason. Its previous owner was a jerk to it, and as such, it doesn't trust people who look like me. As such, it's actually really hard for me to even pet said cat. Oh, I'm sorry, Chris. I didn't see your comment. I know you probably just asked something really fucking innocent. Oh, you did. You were the one who asked me about the pets. You always retract your messages. Why? Why are you saying? The YouTube edition of Denbai is upright. Yes? Are you the Junipers? Did I find the Junipers on YouTube? Fuck. Hello, Junipers! Why are you apologizing? It's not like the F-bomb is what comes out of my mouth every like 3 fucking seconds here. Jesus Christ. It's one of those things where we're like, you know, is this like, I am not going to stop swearing because I'm not going to think about swearing, and then if you can't have somebody swearing in the background on your phone or what have you, and you might get caught because someone is saying the word fuck over and over again, you might not want to watch the stream. I'm just saying. Kind of an endless thing here. Okay, let's put some gold on here because I forgot to do that earlier. Whoop. Gold. You would date Makima? I mean, good fucking luck. I don't think that, like, I mean, I understand guys being into the pixie manic dream girl, but she's literally a demon. As a note, I find her hilarious, but on a lot of levels, I don't understand how people would be like, I would love to be roommates with that girl, so long as somebody else was cleaning up a disaster that she would clearly leave behind her. But I don't think I could date her. Like, okay, so like, okay, let's talk the talk. If I'm gonna bring up the idea of dating an anime character, which one would I date? I mean, other than Old Man All Might. Oh my god, Aizawa was the next response. Yes, Aizawa is also halfway decent. Oh, are we talking? Are you doing Brooke impressions? Yes, we were talking about One Piece for a bit there. What was I gonna say? What other things do I like? I don't remember her. What anime she's from. Oops, that is. Put all those just a little too close together. Smaller. Son of a bee. Sorry, 1 second. I just need to make this sporkle a little. Just a little bit of sporkle here and there. It's funny. I'm like, okay, let's like deeply pondering anime characters. I'd date Robin. You know, I would date Robin from One Piece. Dude, do you remember you gotta actually stay within the rules? I'm getting in trouble. But I don't mind you chatting. Okay, let's finish this up. Have a color here. This is where I wanna be. So sweet to me. This is where I wanna be. Caught up with you, so sweet to me. This is where I wanna be. Caught up with you, supersonic, we're on fire, rockin' love alive. Caught up with you, rockin' love alive. Caught up with you. Just in the backseat of the Beamer, put my feet up, how you feeling? Yeah, yeah. Just in the backseat of the Beamer, put my feet up, how you feeling? Yeah. Just in the backseat of the Beamer, put my feet up, how you feeling? I'm gonna say, I think one of the recent songs released on No Copyright Sounds. It's actually a funk song. Let me see if I can find it. think this is really funk, but maybe. Yeah, I think that's a bit of a misnomer. That doesn't sound much like funk. See, no copyright sounds messing up. Let me see if I can find a better example of a funk song from the. We have funk, just the same thing. Who like blood? Like what kind of blood? Because there's a couple different answers depending on what blood you mean. Do I like my own blood? I like it the way Anakin likes sand. No, I mean, I like it this. It's coarse and rough and irritating and it gets everywhere. Oh, true! Oh, Juniper's over here too. Oh, you started watching playing through Undertale? Okay. I don't think so. I think we're high enough up that the glow's kind of unnecessary. Yeah, no, it looks good. So let's save duplicate. Ding. I'll do that one. Think. Yeah, allergies are really bad right now, especially if you live like anywhere where the smoke is, because like I do, and my eyes are literally watering right now. Like when it's hard to breathe, my body's just like, oh, it's hard to breathe. Maybe you should go to sleep, which is just such the worst instinct. It's a terrible instinct. Oh, you have a good one. Oh wow. And then we can send this all to lovely people. Close that. No. Let's open the Discord. We'll be switching over to gaming in just a hot second here. Try to deliver this to the person who commissioned it. Well, installing updates 1 of 7, I guess we'll get the stream set up for the frickin' gaming, I guess. Game. There we go. I'm just sending this off to the bots. There we go. Boop. Only have a few more of those ones to go.